Hello and welcome to Mimosa and Chill Episode 4. I am your host, Shannon O'Brien, and I am joined with my friends Lakeisha, Eric, and Aaron, also known as Bear. Today we are inspired to discuss our favorite hip-hop songs and artists, along with the Chris Rock movie Top 5. Thank you for listening, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to Mimosa and Chill. Welcome to my fourth episode of Mimosa and Chill. Does everybody have a mimosa or something similar? A beverage?
Blood.
Something similar. Yeah.
I know Lakeisha has her thermos. That's your beverage. That's your medicine.
Yeah, my medication. I have my medication. Right.
All right. Well, it's legal. I can't stop them from having this medication. I'm sure you have a prescription to go with it.
I sure do. Right.
You got a prescription.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I'm gonna warm you guys up because I want to make sure that you have super fan hip hop credentials that qualify you to answer the questions that are coming forward. Okay, so this one's for Bear. I'm gonna throw this at him. You must tell me the name of this song and the group or artist who performed it. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a few lyrics. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. For the cheese, we want them keys. Everybody freeze, on your knees, butt naked, please. You ready? Who is that? Who is that? I didn't do, I just want to, I'm not going to harmonize with it.
That's Westside Connect.
Dang, all right. We need a little bell. He got that Westside Connection.
Yeah, bow down. That was bow down.
Bow down, that's right. Eric, did you get that one?
I was thinking Ice Cube, so I was close.
That's well, yeah. What's like, he probably wrote those lyrics. Okay, Lakeisha, were you familiar with that one at all? No. Oh, you're so innocent. We're gonna corrupt you by the end of this podcast. You're gonna be listening to all the ratchet hip hop. All right, next one. I'm gonna give this one to Eric. Oh, this is an easy one. Let me give this to Lakeisha. Lakeisha, you ready? You're frozen, but are you ready? Jason, I think she's frozen. Lakeisha?
Yeah.
Oh, now she's ready. All right, here we go.
There we go.
It's an easy one, Lakeisha. Mama told me not to sell work 17.5, same color t-shirt. She's a sweetheart.
Say that again.
Mama told me not to sell work 17.5, same color t-shirt.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
All right, let Eric help you. Eric, who is that?
I have no clue. What's popping in my mind is The Game.
Okay, I'll let Bear take this one. Who is it?
Well, I know the song. It's not Jeezy. I'm trying to think of 17.5, same color t-shirt.
You know the harmony too, don't you?
I know the song. I know, yeah, it's in my head. Who is that, Max?
That is Migos.
Oh.
Right.
All right. Now this one you're gonna know. Jason gave me this one. Yeah, that was a jam, wasn't it? I used to play that a lot. That's me. Okay.
Right.
All right, here's the one Jason gave you guys. I'll give this one to Lakeisha. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.
Yeah, man.
Good job.
All right, Eric, here we go for you.
Oh,
I know Eric might actually know this one because Jason knew this one right away. If you ain't no punk, holla. We want prenup. Yeah, it's something you need to have because when she leave your ass, she gonna leave with half.
Kanye West.
Yes, that's Kanye West. That's right. Go digger.
Right.
Okay, this one's probably gonna be one that I need to give to Bear. Goddamn, I'm glad y'all set it off. Used to be hard, now you're just wet and soft. Heard you was down with the AK, and now I see you on a video with Miss Chalet.
Looking like straight bozos. I saw it coming. That's why I went solo. Right. I get the easy ones. Well, I get the easy ones. Okay.
Ice
Cube.
I was Ice Cube. Yes. That's
Hey, Kevin.
Right. You know what I mean? Because he's on my top 5.
Hey.
Oh yeah, Ice Cube's my top. He's my number one actually. Eric, so I mean, did you know that one too? When I said
but what I was going to tell you is when Ice Cube was going through the media with his platform for the Black Party with the Republicans, and he was talking to Trump and things like that.
Yeah.
I rewrote that whole song. It's on my Facebook page.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I rewrote that whole Ice Cube diss song that he did to NWA, and I rewrote the whole lyrics with Trump and Republicans and his platform and everything, the whole song.
Okay, can you send me like the month or on your timeline so I can find it?
I'll tag you.
Okay, tag me. I'd like to see that. Okay, yeah, I forgot to tell you, Erica's a writer. That's probably why I have him here as well. He's a poet, a writer, and he helps young people be enthusiastic about education through writing. I like when he was at the youth symposium and he asked the kids, he said, well, raise your hand if you like poetry. And none of the kids raised their hand. He said, and then later on he asked them, well, do you like rap? And the kids said, yeah. He said, well, then I thought you just told me you didn't like poetry.
Right.
I thought that was good. I stole that from Eric. I thought that was good. Okay. Here's your bonus question. I'm going to give this one to Lakeisha, all right?
Okay.
Lakeisha, how many fights did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air get into before his mother sent him to live with Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv?
One.
Just one little fight.
One little fight, right? That's funny because I was at the beach. I was at Laguna Beach 2 years ago. And, you know, there's some people sitting, it was really crowded because it was the 4th of July. And I just walked up to these two dudes that were kind of sitting behind me. I think they thought I was going to ask them to move their chairs back because our group was getting bigger on the beach. We were spreading out. So when I walked over there, they kind of had this attitude. And I said, hey, excuse me. And the older one said, yes, what is it? Like, we're not moving, right? And I said, I just have a question to ask you. And then he and his son looked at each other and they said, what? And I said, how many fights did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air get into before his mother sent him to live? They actually couldn't answer. They were looking at each other. They couldn't answer. They didn't know. Somebody said 3 fights. I said, really? 3 fights? I just got him off guard. I was just messing with him. Okay, here's a bonus question section here. Lakeisha, who is better, Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac. For me.
Bear, who's better?
Yeah.
I like both of them. I probably was feeling Biggie a little more.
Really?
Okay, so Lakeisha, why is Tupac better? And then Bear, why is Biggie better? So Lakeisha, you go first. Why is Tupac better?
Well, he had more hits, more songs he had more songs. Tupac.
And you said more songs that resonated with you, especially. You're saying the lyrics and the music.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understood him. I believed him. I believed Biggie, but I believed Tupac.
Okay.
And it resonated.
What about you, Bear? Why did you think Biggie was better?
Well, I think at that time in my life, I was going through more things that Biggie was going through than Tupac was going through.
Like what? Give me an example.
I mean, just the stuff he was rapping about. Like, Biggie was more player with it, street club player. Tupac was more a gangster at that time.
Okay. All right, Eric, what about you? Tupac or Biggie?
Well, Biggie, because of pure talent, because I'm a lyricist. And so the rhyme patterns that Biggie would do, Tupac didn't touch it. Well, hardly any other rapper. The things that he would rhyme with would just blow your mind. And Tupac didn't use a lot of metaphors in his writing. He was just kind of conversational in his rap, and just kind of saying things. And that's why it resonated with a lot of people, because he was just kind of talking. But Biggie was more artistic. And, the rhymes that he would do and the creativity. I think one of my favorite rap lyrics was when he was talking about the call, a lot of slow singing. And in the metaphor, it means there's a lot of funerals, he's going to be like, when he was talking about that whole rhyme, but I mean, it's blank, but the rhyme patterns that he would do, that's why Biggie is more.
And you didn't think Tupac was more, it wasn't artistic? I
I thought Tupac was, like she said, he was gangster, and Tupac kind of evolved, and Tupac was more conscious. That's the word I would use.
Yes, yes, he was.
That's what Jason said. Jason said he preferred Tupac to Biggie because he was more political.
Yeah. And so that's what I like. But I think as far as just straight talent, that's why they had battle rapping, and you would pick Biggie 100 times out of 100 if it went to a battle with him and Tupac, because the freestyle, how he would just go freestyle. In. Yeah, so it's like that straight talent, because Biggie comes straight from the street. He was out there rapping for free, doing battles on the street, and so just slaughtering people. And so that is very organic when he would do that, and you can kind of feel the stuff. And I think a lot of it goes into, I don't know if you're going to get into this today, Shannon, but the beats, that really make the songs, because the rhymes can be kicking, but it's that beat that really drives the song. And that's,
and you don't think Tupac's beats?
No, that's what I'm saying. Tupac had Dr. Dre.
Yeah, Dr. Dre is a king of beats.
Tupac had Dr. Dre. Tupac is out there on the West Coast, so Tupac had the best beats. And also, see, I'm old. I guess y'all can't see me because I'm sorry. I next time I have the video ready. But you can't see, y'all. I'm old, y'all. I'm old. And so when Tupac and them, they sampled all the funk music from Roger Troutman and George Clinton and Parliament.
Yeah.
So that's what Tupac and them were using. So that resonated with everybody. When they came out and Dr. Dre was sampling all that funk music. And it was like, okay, well, this is all over, because the East Coast had to step up their game when the West Coast started coming out there, because when you go into the clubs, that's all they were playing was West Coast music.
Right. And just to qualify, you're in Houston, just so we know.
Oh, don't get me started. I'm sorry. You ain't got there on the Ghetto Boys. Don't even get me going on Houston right now. Because I saw you started off with West Coast stuff. I said, oh, this is Shannon O'Brien. She's doing West Coast.
You got to know, okay, Compton is not that far from Carson, where Bear and I grew up. Carson is like the upgrade. Like if you live in Compton, you think Carson is your upgrade. So let me ask you another question. Eric, LL Cool J or Will Smith?
In terms of what? Give me some
rapper.
Just straight rap skills?
Yeah.
Will Smith. Will Smith is more versatile because Will could rap on different rhythms. LL Cool J, Will Smith gets a hard knock because they call him soft or popcorn or bubblegum. But Will, if you go back and look at some of his discography, he can go fast, he can go slow. But our LL is just in the pocket. That's LL's in the pocket. He's licking his lips, and that's his whole thing. I'll tell you, I'm about the talent part, not the lyric part of the hits, how many hits you got and how popular you are. Because Will can't hold a candle, because LL was the king for what, 10 straight years, the MVP. But Will Smith, as far as just the jiggy with it, he can go all the way to the fast ones, he can do the slow ones, but I think he's just versatile. He's just talent wise. I'm into talent. So LL is just like, he's in the pocket as the ladies man, and I'm like, okay, it's cool. My son came into my bathroom one day. He said, Dad, I got this girl that I want to talk to. Can you help me write a love letter to her? So I'm cutting his hair and everything in the bathroom, and so I'm writing this letter. I'm thinking it's gonna be fly. And he came back and he said, I asked him how to go with the letter. He said, well, I changed my mind. I did something else. He wrote down every word to LL Cool J's I Need Love.
Oh.
And wrote some, he wrote that whole lyric. Bear, the song LL Cool J. Sometimes I sit alone in my room and all that.
Yeah.
He wrote down every lyric and read the girl the letter.
I hear my conscience call. Yeah.
There you go.
I was 17. Right. I believe I was 17 when that song came out.
Do it, Bear. Right. Go ahead, Bear. Do it.
I just see him in the video. I need love. I just see the whole video playing in front of me right now.
Everybody remembers that video. Wow. Right. Lakeisha, except you, because you're a babe. You're just, right? You're not that old, right?
No, I remember that. I remember.
Okay. All right, then I'll ask the next question. I'll give this one to Bear. Drake or Lil Wayne? Drake or Lil Wayne?
I'm about to say Lil Wayne.
Okay, okay.
But,
any reason in particular?
Yeah, because some of the stuff he says, it makes you really think, who thought of that? Like, who wrote that?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
something Lil Wayne says is like, where'd you get that from? Drake,
Exactly.
he's a good rapper, one of the best ever. Drake, one of the best to ever do it. Yeah, but Lil Wayne.
Oh, because you like the lyrics, can't see because the money's in the way. That's one of Lil Wayne's. Remember that in the model? The model with him
No,
and Drake? You like the model.
I don't remember that lyric.
Oh, yeah, he says, can't see because the money's in the way.
Okay, I can understand that.
He says, real nigga, what's up? And then move to the next
Yeah.
lyric. You probably
Right. Yeah.
All right. All right, then I'll ask Lakeisha. Little Kim or Missy Elliott?
Oh.
Oh.
I gave her a hard one.
I'm a big Lil Kim fan. So love Missy. off of the first CD of Little Kim and Missy, I'm gonna go with Little Kim.
That is so surprising to me.
Really?
Really?
I just knew she was gonna say Missy Elliott.
No.
Why did you think Lakeisha was gonna say Missy Elliott?
Yeah.
I was just thinking that was like more her era. She looked like more like a Missy Elliott fan than a Little Kim fan.
No, I was a straight Little Kim fan.
Right.
I even had my mama. I couldn't even believe it, but I had my mama into Little Kim. She was like,
really?
She was like, she a little nasty, but she can rap.
Right.
Okay.
That was surprising.
Like that whole entire CD, Dreams, like that. Yeah, the first album.
Right.
Yeah.
That was it for you.
That was it.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
For her to make a song called Dreams and to like about all of the guys that she had a dream to get slept with and yes.
Yeah. I know the song.
I'm sure you do.
I know more Little Kim songs than I do Missy Elliott songs. I do too. Shocked that I just knew she was gonna say Missy with the little dance moves and stuff. I just thought she was gonna say Missy. I wasn't. She threw me off with that one.
That's the little mistake. She's very mysterious.
Yes.
Yeah, she did that. She's right, man. Right. Yeah, she did that.
All right, now I'm gonna go to your top 5. Let's start with Eric. Eric, who are your top 5 rappers?
Oh, Jesus. I was dreading this question. So I guess here we go. Top 5.
All right.
Jay-Z.
You have to give everybody a shout out first. Now you're gonna tell me your top 5. All right, let's do it.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. So I got Jay-Z, Nas, KRS-One.
Okay, Jay-Z, KRS-One, Nas, Busta Rhymes. Anybody else?
It was like a tie between Busta Rhymes and Ludacris because of style. Because I kind of I go in what resonates. You said this earlier, Shannon, when you were talking. I'm trying not to talk too much because it's like kind of rude to your viewers to have a blank screen talking to them for a long period of time. They want to see Bear freestyle and they want to see the piece.
I'm gonna edit what we don't need, so you just feel free to ramble on.
You know, I listen to it if a song resonates with me. If I can feel the lyric and after I listen to it, I want to listen to it again. I want to rewind it. I want to hear that. That's a qualification. And lyrical flow. That's another thing. The rhythm and the timing and the rhyming, I like that. And the impact on the culture and the community.
Right.
And the whole planet, really. And so you look at all those things like that. So my list is kind of complicated when it comes to calling the best. And I have this thing, Shannon, I'm going to shut up because it's about the how it not just resonates, but how it not the commercial success, but the best is so complicated to me because there are so many things that go into it, the talent wise, the delivery over your rhymes on the beat, how much you stay in the pocket, what you saying that is like resonating with me. It's like, oh, I like that. And it's like Bear touched on it. Lil Wayne is not one of my favorites, but can't nobody touch Lil Wayne in the metaphor department. He says things that, just like Bear said, where did that come? How did he even make up? How did he put this and this together to make this rhyme? So you have to respect his talent, lyrical wise, to do it. So, but it's like in terms of who I listen to, I'm old school. So start doing some Sugar Hill, I do every line on that one.
Curtis Blow, did you like Curtis Blow? I remember Curtis Blow.
Oh, I got a Curtis Blow story, and my wife told me not to tell the Curtis Blow story, but I got one. These are the breaks. Break it up.
Everybody knows that one.
Bear, where are you? You're in California on the East Coast, Bear. Where are you?
I'm in California right now. On my way to Vegas.
Okay.
Right.
He likes to play in Vegas, but he lives in Cali.
Right.
I guess all California people like to play in Vegas. We run over to Vegas, like going to the mall. We run to Vegas, we come back.
Yeah, it's actually 2.5 hours from my house. So.
Yeah, and it's 3 from mine. Yeah, he's in San Bernardino County like I am. But
the reason I ask is because he has that East Coast flavor about him, for real.
Okay.
He's what do you call that? A Renaissance man?
I'm definitely strictly West Coast, though. I'm definitely West Side. West Side.
Okay, let me move on to another question. Let's see. Okay. Oh wait, I still got to get you guys top 5 questions. Bear, who's your top 5?
I don't know. I have a top 10. I was trying to narrow it down.
Wow.
That's hard to narrow down to 5. It really is.
It really is. It's really killing me over here now. But I'm gonna give you my top 5 was originally Tupac, Big, Too Short, Ice Cube, and Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Oh, now you really West Coast.
That's a
good
good
West Coast now. That's ridiculous.
Right. I had to throw Big in. But look, my next top 5 is Scarface, Jay-Z, LL Cool J, E40, and Lil Wayne.
Okay, and I'm not that familiar with E40, their body of work.
Oh, one of the best to ever do it.
Okay.
Yes, you have. You don't know E40, you're missing out on a whole lot of game.
He's West Coast all the way.
Okay, I'm gonna.
I got Jay-Z, Scarface, Lil Wayne, and Biggie. That's 4 out of 10. That's East Coast.
That's true, Eric. He did pick some East Coast people.
Right.
Scarface is Texas, so he ain't East Coast.
I mean, he's not West Coast. That's what I mean. Right? He's Texas.
I got you.
Yeah.
I feel you, but he said Too Short and E40. I was like, oh,
right. You sleep. You can't be asleep on Too Short and E40. Right.
Okay, I'm gonna come back to you on those groups because I gotta ask you a follow-up question. But Lakeisha, let's get your 5 out there. What are your top 5?
For males, I split it from top 5 males and females.
Okay.
Starting with the males, I'm gonna go with Tupac for number 1. Because at the time I was a teenager, I understood him. I comprehended, absorbed his lyrics. I felt every emotion down to Brenda's Got a Baby, to Keep Your Head Up, all the way down to being a girlfriend. I Get Around. So, yeah.
Well, that was my song.
I Gotta Get Around?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's a tie between DMX and they both have different styles.
Say it again. DMX and who?
DMX and Eminem.
Oh, Eminem. Okay.
Yeah. They both can freestyle, both of them. Their stories both of their stories are wrong. I believe I choose people who I believe in with their rap, like their emotions. DMX, his emotions, everything.
Part of you is cutting off. Make sure I got your mic not covered. Part of your voice is cutting off a little bit.
Oh, hello.
Okay, I got you.
Okay. Jay-Z would be my number 3. It's Flow Alone. 4, and 5 would be Busta Rhymes.
And 5 is Busta Rhymes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Female.
Where are you located?
DC.
DC,
Well, I'm from
okay.
DC. I'm from DC, but I live in Virginia. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. But I was born and raised in DC. Female, number one, I would have to say MC Light.
MC Light.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Yes. She stamped it for me. She was feminine but still hardcore, and her rhymes, yeah, are hardcore. Two would be Lauren Hill. Three would be Eve.
Eve, okay.
Yeah, because she could battle and she could battle with guys. Yeah, she could battle with the guys. Four would be Little Kim.
Little Kim, okay.
Five would be the Brat.
Wow, you got a good list. Oh man, making me rethink my list. I didn't really. I told Jason I struggled to bring to. I admit I didn't listen to that many females in rap, but I listened to more females in R&B. Okay. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I gotta figure that out.
I listen to more female than guys. Guys with Tupac, Eminem, and Busta Rhymes. Yeah, those are the three.
You guys approve our list?
Well, I think Bear is clairvoyant because he thought that Lakeisha was going to say Missy Elliott, and when Lakeisha said she's in Virginia, oh, that's automatically Timberland. And
matter of fact,
where's my man Jason today? How come he's not on this talking about rap?
He's over here listening and laughing while we're talking. He's sitting over here laughing. He doesn't want to be in the podcast.
Ask him his top five. Ask him his top five. See what
Jason,
he will say.
Who's your top five? Eric wants to know. Cube, Snoop, Ludacris. You were listening to Kodak Black a lot, but he's not in the top five. Biggie.
Okay, so
this is Jason's little top five.
Kodak.
Well, Jason listens to Kodak Black a lot.
Really?
Right.
That surprised me also.
He likes Kodak Black?
Jason likes Kodak Black.
Right. A lot of people surprisingly like Kodak Black. But what surprised me about Jason's top five was Ice Cube has a song called Fuck the Police.
Right. And Jason probably plays that. He also plays Deep Cover. Deep Cover with Drake.
Right.
We're talking about, what's the number? Deep Cover on an undercover cop. Lawrence Fishburne plays an undercover cop.
187 undercover.
Yeah, 187 undercover. Yeah, Jason plays that. It's a jam to that. We were at Howard, we jamming to that.
Yeah, that was Snoop Dogg's introduction song.
Right, that was a jam. 187 on the Deep Cover theme song. I used to love that. That beat, that's a Dre. Dr. Dre. You know when Dr. Dre is doing it. Okay, welcome back, Aaron. We stalled for you a little bit.
Right. I don't know what happened.
It's no problem. All right, so now that you guys have given me your top five, I guess I need to give you my top five. I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like Bear. I don't want to commit to. I'm like Eric too. I don't want to commit to this, but I had to narrow it down. So of course, my number one rapper, person that writes the best lyrics that connect with me personally, is Ice Cube. That's my number one. Like they said, you can never listen to rap again. Who would you just keep? I will keep Ice Cube. If it was illegal to listen to rap, that's the only person I'll break the law. Number two, J. Cole. I love J. Cole. Number three, I guess I could say Q-Tip / Tribe Called Quest, because I feel like he was the reason I was into Tribe Called Quest. Q-Tip's really good. Vibrant Thing. I love that song. Jason, who else am I going to say? West Side Connection. That's more Q. Anything Cubish, I'm gonna like. So I got Ice Cube, West Side Connection, J. Cole, Q-Tip / Tribe Called Quest. And then I have a friend, and I told him to give him a shout out. Somebody I really like, Day to Day. He performed at one of my private parties, and he was my favorite rapper in high school. That was everybody's favorite rapper in high school in the 80s. But he actually performed recently at a party that I threw, and it just reignited my respect for his talent. Just to see, so I've only seen 2 rappers in person perform, and that's Ice Cube and that's Day to Day. So I told him, I sent him a text and I said, I'm going to mention you on my podcast. So
I saw DMX about 2 years ago.
You saw DMX? Really? How was that?
He was jumping all over the stage. He was climbing up on the Raptors. He was crazy.
His energy level was gas.
It was crazy. He was definitely on something. Right.
Well, I mean, is that the only rapper you see in person?
Oh, no, I've seen Nipsey a few times. I've seen E40. I've seen Rick Ross. I've seen, what else have I seen? I've seen Cube. I've seen, did I say E40 already?
Yeah, you said E40. Yeah.
I've seen Too Short. I've seen
a lot of rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen Moneybag Yo and Yo Gotti.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You see a lot of new people in person. Okay.
Yeah.
I listen to all that new stuff.
I do too. I know people say, how could you listen to it? I don't know. I have an edge. I have an edge, and rap allows me to feel it.
I have friends that are pretty good rappers, and I'm actually in a couple of videos. I actually have a couple of verses in the video on YouTube also. So yeah, I'm still in the rap game. I do a little promoting, and I'm trying to get my rap label off the ground. I got a lot of stuff going on.
Oh wow, okay, so we're talking to the right man today.
Right.
What are you drinking? Tommy's? I like Tommy's.
Chili
I can't mess with Tommy's.
It was horrible.
I like some Tommy's, but I can't. That's not the special occasion right there. Okay, so give me some lyrics. Anybody have lyrics that resonate with who they are as a human being? Lyrics.
Okay.
Eric, which one? Eric wants to go first.
No, go ahead, Eric.
I think the one that kind of sticks out with me, because it could resonate for many different reasons, but KRS-One has a line that says, "Die before you die, so when you die, you won't die." And I realized, I said, what did he say? Die before you die, so when you die, you won't die. In other words, you have to die to a lot of the weaknesses and things that you have and vulnerabilities and ego and a lot of things that are like problems and conflicts, and you have to die to that. So die before you die. So when you die, you won't die.
Stuff. Yeah, okay.
Your legacy will live on forever. Or you're going with heaven, just like your name, will have some kind of meaning. You leave behind this lesson. So it's like, or you believe in eternal life, or you made the right choices, you made people smile, you did things that brought light to people, that that encouraged, that uplifted the human condition and the spirit. Die to your weaknesses before you die. So when you die and pass away, you won't die. Your name won't die. You'll live forever.
Ooh, how did you figure that out? How did you figure out that meaning?
But I probably said, die before you die. So when you die, you won't die. I said, whoa. And I had to listen to that again. And he just said it in passing. But I just remember that lyric stood out, and, to me. And I have my garage full of,
that's pretty deep.
My garage is full of quotes. And that's one of the quotes I put up right there, my boys. Where'd you get that from?
That's nice.
That's really deep. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, Bear, what about you? What's yours?
When you said that, it wasn't as deep as Eric's, but the first rap lyric that came to my mind when you said rap lyric.
Yeah.
If the head's right, Biggie's there every night.
If the head's right, Biggie's there. So that's pretty much a universal quote. I don't think he coined that phrase.
Right.
It's said for America's feeling.
Right. If the head is right, Bear is there every night. Right.
That's heavy.
Right.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Right.
Oh, I love it. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, that's pretty shallow, but that's actually the first line that came to my head when you said that.
Well, it tells us your thoughts for the day.
Right.
And it's setting the mood for your Vegas trip.
Right. I'm not even going to elaborate. I'm not going to elaborate on that.
Those some really good.
Right.
Oh, when he talks about, and Scarface comes on the third verse, Willie D, and when they would come out with those verses, and they got that southern drawl. Y'all can probably hear it when I'm talking right now. Your viewers, they can't see my face, but they can tell. You can tell I'm from the South. He's like, I had this southern drawl, and so
don't hold back on the police lyrics, because remember, Jason's a black man before he's a cop, and when Jason takes off the uniform, he's a black man. So when we're in the elevator and the white lady doesn't want to get on the elevator because I'm standing by the side where the button is and she only sees him, and then I have to lean forward to let her know I'm in the elevator with him, then she feels secure to get on the elevator. She doesn't know that he's carrying a gun and that he's an expert shooter and that he's a detective for 25 years and that he's a supervisor of other cops. She knows nothing about that. She just saw a black man standing in the elevator. So you don't ever have to be restricted. Jason understands the world. Okay, so he enjoys the same music and I think it's important that more black men infiltrate law enforcement, like the Klan have infiltrated law enforcement.
Right.
If you have enough Jasons in law enforcement, you don't have to worry about if you get pulled over by Jason. Your heart's not beating fast.
I hear a future podcast. That's what I hear.
Hey, when I see the sirens go, I'm always going to be fast when I see the sirens behind me, period. Whoever's in the car.
That's because you got stuff in your car. The average person, the rest of us law-abiding citizens ain't worried about sirens.
Okay.
I'm not worried because I just flashed Jason's business card. I'm
right.
But Lakeisha, I was asking you, what are the lyrics that resonate with you?
First thing that comes to mind is Tupac. I ain't no bitch. I ain't no. Hold on. But sweetest joy is that you get.
Wait, I gotta get you. Put that mic up and say it again. I didn't hear. I didn't get it. Say it again to me.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can now, but say it because some of it cut out. It's Tupac, and what's the lyric?
What is it? Tupac.
I ain't no killer, but don't push.
I ain't no killer, but
the sweetest joy next to getting.
Oh damn! You know these.
Right.
Okay. All right. Say it for us, Aaron. This is her favorite line. Say it for her. Let's hear it.
I ain't no killer, but don't push. Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting pussy.
Remember that song, Jason? I remember that one. I am no killer, but don't push me.
Right.
Revenge is like the sweetest joy next to getting. Remember that one?
The song is Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. Yes, I remember that lyric. That was powerful. And I totally 100% agree.
That was a good one.
Revenge is a wonderful.
You're right. Revenge is wonderful, like pussy, right?
Right.
So,
I mean,
good job, Keisha. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah. Good job, Keisha.
That was good. Well, you hardcore. Is she gangster, Bear? Is she surprising?
She's gangster. She's
got a nice little sweater on with her hair hanging straight. Like a little, like somebody will be at the PTA meeting handing out the refreshments.
Right. So now don't let the smooth taste fool you.
Right. That's right.
Right. That's how you describe Keisha. That's how you describe Keisha. Don't let the smooth taste fool you.
Yeah.
Nice little surprise. And now she has
Eric, is Eric still there?
Eric is here. Eric?
Oh,
I'm here.
Okay.
It's surprising you were talking about Scarface and Willie D because right before this podcast, I'm in my friend's house and we were watching a podcast with Willie D had Scarface on it. This is an hour ago. We were talking about the DMX thing. We were just watching DMX and Willie D and Scarface. The Scarface was actually going through dialysis on the podcast. He had everything hooked up. He was doing dialysis on the podcast. This was an hour ago.
Wow. He's Brad Jordan. He ran for city council position here in Houston.
Right.
Wow. Cool. Interesting. All right. Okay. So did everybody give their lyrics? I guess I'm the only one that needs to give lyrics.
Yeah.
Got your lyrics. Okay. The world is mine. Nigga, get back. Don't fuck my sack. The gate is racked. I love that. I just love that. Is me in the morning. Like, yes, coffee, and the world is mine. That's my daily mantra when I wake up in the morning. That is my essence of who I am. Right. Now, one of the ones I like, this is what they should have played at Donald Trump's inauguration. Now, this is also cute. When it rains, it pours. Did you know the new white was orange? Warrior showing your horns. You're trying to replace my halo with thorns. You're so basic with your vape stick. Let's go apeshit in the Matrix. So he's talking about Trump. And this is a song that came out in 2018 called Arrest the President. And I'm thinking this is what we should have played at the inauguration.
So who was that, Jay-Z?
That's cute. Arrest the President, 2018. Oh, okay. And I listened to that song and I was like, oh my God, why wasn't this played? He said, we have the evidence. He said he's Russian intelligence. I mean, he just goes in on Trump without mentioning his name. But it's called Arrest the President. So I guess you guys know I'm a big cute fan. Now, do my lyrics surprise you at all? I mean, those are powerful lyrics, right? To wake up the day with those lyrics. Jason, am I lying? Is that what I live by? Is that my? They said, yeah, that's her mission statement right there. You would know. Okay, very good. Now, I told Eric I was going to talk about the movie. What did you guys think about top 5 the movie? Anybody?
Well, definitely.
What do you think?
Go ahead, Bear.
Chris Rock. I think it's one of his best movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wore so many hats in this movie. You know, he did a little bit of everything. And shout out to Chris Rock.
Yeah, I like it. Was funny. It had funniness, humor, but I also like the fact that he was going through something.
Yeah.
He was going through something, and he was and used humor as we do in life to try to get through it. I thought that was good. Before I go into it, I'm going to let Eric tell me, what did you take from that movie? What did you think about it?
Well, I like movies that where there are plot twists and you don't see them coming. It's like sometimes our movies are so predictable, and my wife and I, we have this thing where we talk about, oh, they had a hole in it, or a big gaping hole, but when it's sort of seamless and you're honest, and the surprises, I don't want to spoil a movie for the people who haven't seen it, but when the Cedric the Entertainer character.
Yeah, I liked it. Oh my God, when he picked him up from the airport, that was hilarious.
His character was, I'm thinking about you when you start your own record label and stuff like that. You're gonna be dealing with a whole bunch of Cedrics behind the scene, no producers.
Right.
And the ratchetness with all that stuff like that, he came, and I thought that they portrayed that as very real.
Right.
With women and stuff that was in there, and just the rawness. And you see all these sex scenes in these movies, but that scene in top 5 was as messy and sloppy as you could probably imagine. It's like, are you serious? I've never seen a movie that did that.
That did that.
Jason, on that scene.
He's calling for you. Jason loved that scene.
No, I didn't mean to say Jason. I meant to say Aaron Bear.
Yeah,
right there. Right. And so when he had that scene, but I thought at the end, with Dawson, that was a twist, and you see it in how, and it's like, oh, you open yourself up, and the person you open up yourself to is like it's like when they say keep your enemies close, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That was the epitome, right there. He didn't even know that he's falling in love with the enemy. That's right there. And then she had to deal with her feelings. So it was a lot that was weighing there. Like, because I told you, Pootie Tang, when you compare Pootie Tang.
I love Pootie Tang.
Man, Rat-a-tat and Rat-a-tat, that movie was so crazy. Yeah. But when you compare it though, Chris Rock, is that movie top 5? I think, Shannon, your taste in movies, that was a pretty good one, because that opens up a lot of questions. And I think when you actually look at yourself, people go through midlife crisis because they aren't true to themselves.
Right. Thank you. Right. That's how it resonated with me. One thing I told Jason, I like being flawed and I like being honest. And I think that's refreshing, and that a lot of people don't want to be flawed and they don't want to be honest. They don't want to be perceived as flawed and they hate their flaws. And when you can't embrace all of you, you can't really move forward and maximize everything that you have to offer because you're not embracing everything that you have to offer. And so in that movie, to me, the fact that he was trying to be something different because he wasn't content with who he actually was and all that he had to offer. And when DMX is in the jail cell, that was that aha moment, that epiphany that he had, like, what am I doing? I have so much to offer. Why am I hating myself? Why am I self-destructive when these are things that I should be celebrating? And when DMX was trying, I'm going to try something new. Remember that in the jail cell? I'm going to try something new. And that was that moment when he realized, okay, I'm being ridiculous. I'm not really seeing who I am and what I really can offer. And the person who helped him get there also was Rosario Dawson's character. Because when she took him down to that comedy club and he got back on stage, that was his element. His confidence was shot because he, like you said, it was a midlife crisis. He was coming out of rehab. He was making moves that were superficial. They weren't real moves. They weren't based on who he is and what he needs. And she was able to see that and direct him. That's why I think they say behind every good man is a good woman, a strong man, a successful man. That there's always taking that person that really sees you for who you are and able to get you to where you need to be. And I
thought behind every good woman is a good man.
And that's what, exactly. Or I guess we should say on the side of every.
Shannon, stop it. You don't get Bear's double entendre. Bear's nasty. You didn't pick that up, did you?
I did, but he is nasty, so I believe you. He's laughing. I know you well enough to know there's something going on there. Say that again. Behind every good woman is a good man. Is that what
a good man? Right. Right. You didn't catch that. You didn't catch that. Right.
Jason's laughing. Okay, he gets
you. Jason knows where he's staying. Right.
Jason said that's a given, like your earlier.
Right. A quick question for everybody. Is everybody know about Nipsey's legacy or listen to Nipsey's songs?
I didn't know anything about him until he passed. Until
he died.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of people. Yeah, that was a lot of people. Because he was more California, West Coast.
He was more California,
if you're not really hardcore, if you're not really into hardcore hip hop, you probably wouldn't know about Nipsey. But the last album, check it out. It's worth listening to.
What's the song where he says you ain't never put an actress on the floor? You ain't never, he's talking about all the things he's accomplished. You know the one I'm talking about? Jason, which one is that? None of This. It's called None of This. Are you familiar with that song by him? None of This?
I'm not familiar with that verse.
Okay, there's a song we talks about you haven't done none of this. Like all the stuff he's accomplished, selling records.
Right. Okay, I know the song. Okay.
Yeah, that's the song I like, but I just remember him saying you never put an actress on the floor. I remember that part. I don't know why that's...
I don't remember that verse.
All people should remember that.
Right, because I don't know that verse.
I just thought that's the one song.
His whole fiance is an actress.
That's my point. That's the point of the song.
Is that what he said?
That's what he's trying to talk about. I've accomplished all these things. You've done none of this. You ain't never put an actress on the floor. You never sold out a tour. You ain't done none of this. So he's talking about all the stuff he's done, but I
know the song.
Very few people.
I know the song, but I don't remember that exact verse. I don't.
You will now. You're playing today. I'm sure.
Definitely finna get in my car and
play it. Anybody? Oh, Lakeisha, I was going to ask you about top 5. What did you take away from?
As far as him and his relationship,
or how it resonated with you, if you identified with anything that was going on. What did you think about Gabrielle Union's character? I thought it was interesting.
Yeah,
her character when everything was for the cameras.
Yeah.
And did you guys remember what she told him that, I do this for you because I'm expecting you to do something for me later? There's a scene in there when she's saying, you're supposed to choose me.
And somebody told me that last week. That's ironic.
Really? Okay.
Be quiet. Okay. I'm sorry.
You're something. Woo, you're something. The point is that from what I took from her saying that to him in that scene when she says, I do this for you, I need you to choose me. I think that was something that that was pretty deep for me. For I was telling them, who was I talking to? A friend the other day, and I said, for people, you know, we think women have made so many gains. We've made great strides as women, the women's movement, all the stuff we're doing. Yet you still have somebody with a 1950s mindset saying, I need you to choose me so that I can have an identity that's validated by you choosing me. And I'm like, where is the 1950s gonna leave us? When are women gonna understand we don't have to have a man's name to have an identity that's, you know, worthwhile? So I thought that was interesting.
I think now it's different as far as the mindset of women now. Because women now we are now at a point where we make a little bit more sometimes than the guys. So I a little bit more opposed to back then. The guys' success is always more than the female. So now the female
I can barely hear you. Okay, talk again to the mic. I want to hear you. Sound like you're telling me some stuff here.
I said now women's mindset are more dependent because they don't. So it's not necessarily the mindset of Gabrielle right now, as far as like she someone to validate her. Although women now need the internet to validate.
Oh, that's a good point. Instagram pics. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. They switched over to now needing.
So there's still a need for external validation.
Yeah.
Just through another form.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part that I just wish that we could. I guess we got a long way to go. But when I saw that in the movie, I'm like, she had everything, but she still didn't see herself.
Yeah.
She was seeing herself.
I actually wanted to do reality. So when I saw that, I was like,
You know what? You're too real for reality TV. You're too real for reality. Does that make sense?
At first, like when I was like 21, 22, I auditioned for like
really. But you and I are big fans of the Housewives of Atlanta. You and I talked about that. Yeah. But I think you're too real for reality TV. I know I'm too
now. Now it's just more about being on TV now. It's not as organic as it was when the real world first started, because it was more a documentary of and cameras just being there. Now it's just
everybody's just trying to create false drama and
yeah.
That was just the part that kind of stood out to me as well. But I like overall, you know, if you've ever overcome something and you wake up and you finally figure out who you are, it's like being let out of jail. For me, I've struggled with different things. I've come out of it. I don't like hide the fact that I've been in therapy, that I had struggled with mental illness. I don't hide that because I needed that. I needed to get through that to actually be where I am right now. So, and I think it makes me be more compassionate, understanding of other people too, you know? So, I connected with that movie for that reason, because he was overcoming it. Remember the first part of the movie when he said he saw a guy drink half a beer and he thought to himself, how the hell did he do that? Yeah. He said, I saw a guy drink half a beer. I was like, how the hell did he do that? That's how you do it. So it's funny to hear, you know, you can laugh at your struggle.
Right.
Struggle, yeah. So do I have any final words? Anything you want to add? Any rapper that wasn't acknowledged, Eric? Because I know you're giving a shout out to everybody.
Oh my God. I'm just listening and really enjoying that whole real world talk with you right there. You know what? I'm gonna pull a Bear number. You know, the Bear is my new mentor. It's
I got you, bro.
It's like when he said the first thing that came to his mind, and just kind of flowing in the organic nature of your podcast. I think when you were talking about the top five just then, I think I'll just leave on this note, which ties into one of my favorite lyrics, by the way, the one I told you about, KRS-One. When in that movie Top Five, Miles, see this rap, I'm barely qualified to be on here with Bear. This man started, and he knows about raps. He got all these West Coast lyrics down pat, and he's raw. But
Eric, you know what? So one thing, my 11th rapper was KRS-One.
Oh,
what?
Cool.
Okay.
Oh yeah. At the bottom of my list, right there, KRS-One.
And so as I've listened to Lakeisha talking and you talk, Shannon, about your realness, one of the things that Miles Monroe, that he's a world famous speaker, what he talked about a lot was nobody will really truly be happy or fulfilled if they're not fulfilling and walking in their gift. And when you find out what your gift is, you find out what your purpose is. And so in that movie with Chris Rock in Top Five, Bear's gift might be producing or helping other people make money or going in the studio and bringing out other people's voice. Lakeisha may have another gift, but when you're doing that thing and you're getting paid for it, so it boiled down. Chris Rock had commercial success in the movie, but at night, when you go out, Michael Jackson said something that was just like, he said a couple things, but one of the things he said is the most depressing time for him is when he comes off the stage. And when you come off that stage, it's like, oh, I poured everything into it, and now I feel empty. It's like, and you have to rebuild yourself up because you poured it all out. And there's, instead of this exhilaration, there's almost like a depression. And he was, Barbara Walters, I think Oprah interviewed him, and he said this, and my gosh, Shannon, it just stuck with me. She said, when you get a song, tell me about that whole process. Michael Jackson, his eyes lit up, and he said, when I get a song, I immediately run to my tree. This is when he lived on Neverland Ranch. And I run to my tree and I write down the lyrics immediately as the song comes to me. And Oprah's like, well, why'd you do that? And you know what his answer was? Yeah. He said, the reason I feel like I have to write it down right now, get to the studios, because if I don't do it, then God's going to give it to Prince.
Wow.
And so you have this energy that's in the atmosphere. So if you don't act on it, you got these ideas, you got these innovations, and if you don't do it, that idea is floating in the universe. And somebody else will grab it, who has money, who has innovation, who has work ethic, and they'll take it and they'll maximize it. There's, they're saying, Bear, if I hit your hand, I show you how to play. I win if I hit your hand. If you don't even understand how, with that movie, I'm going to go watch it again because it's been a while since I've seen it. But the line that I'm going to leave with, this is going to be my probably final thing to say, in that movie, The Breakfast Club, everybody has their own thing. When you talk about mental illness, you touched on it for a few seconds. Well, in the movie, The Breakfast Club, they had all the, the thug down there, the introverted girl, the girl who was just into, needing Facebook validation or social media validation, and all those kind of things. But the goody two-shoes guy, they asked him, why was he in there? Why was he serving detention? And his answer was, because my kite didn't fly. Whatever he made didn't malfunction. He made a B instead of an A. And so they were laughing at him like, you in here, we got real problems. My daddy beats me, and nobody knows my name, my self-esteem. I'm suicidal. But he had a gun and he was going to blow his brains out because he made a B. So no matter what you're going through, whatever somebody else is going through, you can't say your problems are worse than theirs, because the bottom line is they're going to kill themselves, or they're going to drop out and not fulfill their dreams, then the whole bottom line is, what is it going to be the result? That's why you can't say your problem is bigger or more devastating than someone else's, because if someone else is going through it and they just kill themselves or they just give up on themselves based on that one little thing that you could do. So in that movie, Chris Rock, I was able to kind of put myself in his position. It was devastating to him. You look like, man, you got $1 million. You got all this commercial success. Why are you upset? And they don't understand the depression that comes on when you're not fulfilling and flowing in your gift, and you're not doing those things. You can make all the money in the world.
That's what I saw in the movie. Yeah.
It's like this podcast that you're doing right now. This is the Shannon that I know. Where you can just sit around and talk like I wrote. It's like when I watch your other podcast, it's like I'm sitting out as a fly on the wall in the restaurant watching y'all. This is your gift. I feel like once you start doing it, you're just such a natural, Shannon. As when you're talking, so this platform was made for you, and so the more people talk, it's like everybody can't do a podcast. I've seen several, but yours is the most organic. It just flows in your personality and the whole 9 yards. You're a great conversationalist, and I think this is your gift. I think this is something that's for you, and I think this next half of your life is going to be just even more fulfilling because you get to do this thing that you would do for free. And this is what you do, and this is, you get to use all of the intelligence, and you get to help other people along, bring along conversations, and you bring out the best in other people. That's one of the best things about you, Shannon. So I want to thank you for inviting me and feel like I could contribute to this conversation. But, I feel very honored to be here with you. So, Jason, looking forward to seeing you again one of these days, partner.
He's giving you the thumbs up. Yes. New Year's Eve, you can always fly out. Aaron's already been invited. Come out here and party. Keisha, of course, you've done a New Year's Eve party with me, so get on out here. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining the podcast.
No, Bear got to give a final comment. I need a final comment from Bear.
Final comment from Bear. Shannon, I really enjoyed this, and like he said, this is your thing, so you got to figure out something like, how you doing?
I gotta get a little better.
Yes.
All right.
I'll work on that.
Right. You gotta find it. You gotta find your little special thing.
My little groove, my little yes.
When the topics get grown up,
you ready to go to the next level on these topics?
Let's go. I'm ready. I enjoyed this. This is my first podcast, and I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed the whole conversation flow. I feel like everybody, had their part together. And I'm ready. I'm ready for the next one.
Ready for the next one?
Thank you, Shannon.
All right.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And now I'm challenged by Aaron. I got to come up with something.
Hey, tell Jason to come on camera and freestyle. Tell Jason to come freestyle.
Jason, come here. You got it. What's your freestyle song you want to do? It's got to be a song that you know the lyrics to. How about Bow Down? But he loves his music. I will say he listens to a lot of new stuff. Jack Cleese, listen to Jack Cleese.
Oh, I love Jack Cleese.
Jack Cleese is that a singer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember Verified.
He's like the new R. Kelly. He's like the new R. Kelly.
He's really good. I like Jack Cleese. Verified. And then Out of the Ordinary. This is Out of the Ordinary. That's one I play a lot. And I play, there's one that says Jason likes the one that says, I want to stay with you and deal with all your bullshit. He's talking about this girl, she's trying to break up. No, I want to stay and deal with your bullshit. I don't know why, I just do.
Hey, Shannon, tell Lakeisha to freestyle. Real quick.
You got any freestyle for us?
I don't have any freestyle.
What about you? Well, today is a good day. Today was a good day is one that my son knows by heart, by Ice Cube. Today was a good day. You have one, Eric, that you know? I know you do.
Oh, man.
You want to take us out with your freestyle? The first
thing I had to do, I had to get Bear to do a beat. And if I had a beat, I could probably think of something. Okay, hold on a second. I can't believe I'm finna do this. Okay, let me think of a beat. Hold on. Because, Jake, that's how it starts, Bear. It starts with a beat. And you got to get in the pocket. Like, what can I say? Okay, let me see. Let me tell you how I feel about Mimosa and Chill. Sister Shannon O'Brien, she be keeping it real. Lies out of things. She honest to a T. If you can't handle the truth, you can't deal with raw reality. Well, Shannon's honesty is not for you. Us guests, we got to come through. So I guess that means the listeners have to listen. Guess what? That's you.
All right.
I didn't have a beat, so I
got him a check. I got to cut Eric a check. You gonna be home tonight? You want me to have DoorDash delivered to your house tonight?
I don't know. If I had a beat, I would freestyle about Bear. That's what I would do.
We have to definitely bring you guys back on at the same time again for a new time.
Right. Yeah.
It'll take me a few days. I'm gonna come up with another one. He's right. I gotta come up with my signature introduction.
Let me know.
Yes.
I'll be ready.
All right, thank you. And listen to Jacquees. Verify, Lakeisha, get on your Apple.
Okay.
Verify and out the
ordinary. He just sings, right? He doesn't rap.
But he has rappers sometimes on his song with them too.
Okay.
Maybe our next podcast we'll do R&B. That way give you some more.
Nipsey. Go check Nipsey out.
What, say that again?
Okay. Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle. Okay. I think I'm going to that when I'm driving home today. So I'll hear some Nipsey too. Okay,
the guys. Continues. Right. All right.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Nice to meet everybody.
Bye.
All right, you too.
Peace.
I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Have fun in Vegas.
Yep, I will.
Bye, guys.